Hello, Max here. This is going to be a review of DC Superhero Girls quad bike set. This includes two dolls, Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy. It's cool to see those two together. And it does say on the box, room for two riders, so we're going to check that out. Here's also a look at the back of the box with a huge illustration of Harley on her quad cycle. It's designed more for the Harley character. And a look at some of the features. Hypno wheels, really roll. I really like the design of the wheels to right away. It's really cool. And powerfully cool off-road outfits. Now that I'm not so sure of, but I'm going to get them out of the box so we get a closer look. Okay, let's take a look at all that you get in this quad bike set, this play set for DC Superhero Girls. You get the two dolls, Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy. You do get the bike. There is some assembly required, so we'll try to get this together. And two helmets. I really like the helmets. My favorite is Harley Quinn's. And here is the parts that are going to need to be assembled. There are instructions. So we'll take a look inside here. I'm going to pause and get the wheels out because that's the first part of the instructions. Here's another look at the instructions. This is going to be pretty easy. All you're really going to do is pop these wheels on as the first step, and then pop the sides on to the bike, and that's all. And then the next thing is just putting the helmets on the dolls because they have to be safe, and then letting them ride. So let's start with the wheels. There's the back wheel. Just snap it in. Really easy. Snap it. Now here's the assembly to the back of the bike. You just look for the pegs there and look for these little slots. Push it until it snaps. Oh, there we go. And here is the other side. Snapped in. I really like the bike. It looks really cool. Now let's talk about the dolls. Now my personal preference and opinion as a doll collector reviewer is I dislike molded on clothes and lack of articulation. Now there's still a decent amount of articulation in this on these two dolls, but if you think about compared to a regular DC Superhero Girl signature doll, it's missing some articulation. There's an elbow joint missing, which would be great to have on this bike to get some cooler poses instead of stiff arms riding a bike. And that's a fair point. The DC Superhero Girls came out as one of the first action doll hybrids. So to limit some of the action for a playset that features a bike is a little bit of a letdown. I understand the reasoning of putting these two characters together because there's a lot of storylines in the comics and the DC Superhero Girls animated shorts where they are really close friends. But I think it would be a more value to the consumer to focus on one doll. And this really is a Harley Quinn bike. It would have been a lot nicer to just keep the focus on Harley, have a better articulated doll with a cooler outfit with more details for this awesome bike. Okay, while putting Harley on the bike, I noticed something I missed before, and it's worth pointing out. This does not have about the articulation, it's not a regular DC Supergirl joint, and I missed this at first. It can actually rotate. That has to do something with, my guess would be holding onto the handlebars, but we will test a regular doll at the end to see how a regular doll works on the bike. And here they are with the hats as well. After putting them on the bike, they do look pretty cool sitting there. They're not my favorite dolls of Harley and Poison Ivy, but they look nice on the actual bike. Let's also take a look at the Hypno wheels and see how they look in action. That's a cool effect. Nice little feature for a bike. Give it more flair for Harley. Let's also take a look at their helmets. I really like the helmets for these dolls. My favorite, again, is Harley Quinn's. And Poison Ivy. I wish Poison Ivy had something a little bit more there, a little more detail. It's still nice, though. Now, before we put the regular DC Supergirl signature dolls of Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn on the bike to see how they fare with the bike, this is just a reminder, the one on the right is the signature and does not come with this play set, but thought it'd be nice to give a quick side-by-side comparison to see why I think the dolls in this playset are a slight disappointment, because of the amazing quality they can do on the right. Let's just take a quick look at their faces, the outfits. You could see the articulation. There is one on the wrist and the elbow on the signature doll. And the shoes, and these boots are molded on. So that's Poison Ivy. Now here's a look at the Harley Quinn side by side, the one that comes with this set and the separate signature version of Harley. I love this doll on the right. It would have been so nice, again, this is just repeating a point, but to see what they could do with all the effort put into one doll. And a really nice outfit for Harley. Let's take a look here. Okay, let's get them ready to be riding on the bike. Safety first, you got to put this helmet on here. See how it looks on the signature version. And now, Poison Ivy. Here's how the separate signature DC Superhero Girl dolls are going to look on this bike. And I think they look awesome. I love the helmets on them. I think they fare better than the playset dolls. I really do not understand why they went with this joint instead of the regular joint. Because if you look, Harley looks awesome with her joints, her wrist joints. It's a more natural look with her holding the handlebars of the bike, and Poison Ivy can actually hold on, which is better for safety on a bike. She could put her wrists and hold on like a person on the back of the bike would, instead of looking like a Frankenstein monster with this set of joints. This is just a little added extra info in case you're wondering how your dolls are going to look on this bike. But now I'm going to put these two away, get the dolls that come with the set, and give you my final overall thoughts and recommendations. Okay, for the wrap-up of this review, I decided to put Poison Ivy in the driver's seat to see how she looks too, in case you're wondering. I really like the bike. It's a lot of fun. I love the spinning wheels. They are Hypno wheels. When you move it, you do get that effect. Here's take another look. See? Really cool there. The dolls are, they're still quality dolls. There are things about them that I'm slightly disappointed by. I really don't understand why there was a need to change up the joints from the regular version. I don't understand this. If you look at how Harley is holding on to Poison Ivy, it makes the arms look really stiff. So that's a slight downside to me, for me. I still will give this a 4 out of 5. I think it's a quality set. I just think, and I wish it would have been a little bit better, a little bit better quality doll. I really hope some of the points I made in this review helped in your decision making. I really appreciate you watching. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.